Are you leaving money on the table? Is your sales conversion rate lower than you'd like it to be? Well, let's talk about that today. I've got 4 tips that are going to help you to increase your sales conversion rate. Hi, I'm Jeff Williams, here with another video to help you succeed in business. So we have 4 tips that are going to help you to increase your sales conversion rate so you're not leaving money on the table. So tip number 1 is have a clear sales process. Do you have a clear sales process with touches along the way that educate your prospective client as to exactly what it is you do, how you're going to solve their problem? Are they excited when they meet up with you, ready to buy? Well, the only way that's going to happen is if you have a very clear and written down sales process. So there may be a number of steps along the way. You want them to be educated when you turn up. So there may be a questionnaire that you need them to fill in so you understand clearly exactly what their needs are and they're able to articulate them. There could be a video that you want them to watch which explains how you deliver your service. You may have pointed them to your website. There may be a couple of keep in touch phone calls that are part of the process. Maybe even a personal letter that details the particular issues that they spoke to you about on the first instance, or a personal email which starts to bring it down and be a little bit more personal for them. So do you have a very clear sales process in place where you're taking your customers step by step? You're making basically a bunch of mini sales where they're saying yes along the way. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is have scripts in place. So we just spoke about having a sales process. All the elements we spoke about in tip 1, don't leave them up to chance. Have written scripts as to exactly what to say, as Phil M. Jones says in his book, which is called Exactly What to Say. We need to know exactly what to say on each instance. Why do we need to know exactly what to say in each instance, or how to say it? Well, if we don't have that down, we become dependent upon maybe the salesperson that we have in our business. They may have a particular wit and charm which works every time, and we're not able to replicate that. So what we want to do is take down what they're doing, what they're saying that's working. It also may mean that the business just becomes entirely dependent upon you to make sales because only you have the wit and charm to make things happen. So let's get it written down. Let's get a script which tells people exactly what to say. Then we're able to measure how successful the words are that we're using. Tip number 3, talk about the problem, or better still, allow your prospective customer to talk about their problem. The more they talk about their problem, the more they're buying into exactly what it is. Ask questions, allow them to answer, don't butt in. So when you ask a question about the issue that they have, let them explain. And here's a great question to ask them, just to get a little bit deeper. Just ask them, just tell me a little bit more about that. Okay, and help me understand that a little bit better. You ask those questions, all of a sudden, the person is starting to get a real deep emotional involvement in as to why it is they want this problem fixing. They're talking about the impact of the problem. So ask questions, ask them to talk about their problem, and they start to build that emotion. 80% of any sale is emotional, 20% is logical. The logical side of it is, look, can you do it? Are you qualified? Is it around about the right price? And can you deliver it on time? The emotional side of it is, do I trust these people? Do I like these people? Do these people understand me? Do they understand my problem? That way we start to get a connection with them and we start to build the opportunity for the sale to happen. Tip number 4, follow up, follow up, follow up. There's a huge amount of business that is left on the table by salespeople who don't follow up. 48% of salesmen do not follow up the sale. 48%. Only 10% follow up. Be amongst the 10% that follow up. Do you know that only 2% of sales happen on the first contact? 3% happen on the second contact. 10% of sales happen on the 4th contact. The magic happens between the 5th and the 12th contact. 80% of sales happen between the 5th and the 12th contact. So follow up, follow up, follow up. It's not that they're not interested, it's just in order of priority. Where are you in order of priority at this particular moment in time? Whatever else is happening in their life. And if you don't follow up, you're never going to get the sale. So follow up, follow up, follow up. Don't leave money on the table. So 4 simple tips to help you. How do you follow up in business? What's your conversion rate? Let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like some guidance or some help in terms of how you can start to put together a really strong sales process and raise your conversion rate, feel free to reach out to me for a free strategy call where we can talk about how we can apply this particularly in your business. I'll see you on the next video you need to succeed in business. So where do you want to take your business? What you're learning in these videos is really just the tip of the iceberg. We're just scraping the surface. So if you're ready to start implementing some of these ideas, book a complimentary coaching session with me. In that session, we'll explore what strategies we'll implement together to get your business where you want to get it to. We'll look at how we get your team performing better, create a more systemized business, and generate more cash and more profit in your business. Book today.